Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be ranking all the seasons. Ninjamon here. And the thing that you just saw, the introduction, that's my new intro. So if you liked it, please like the video so I can tell. And And also, by the way, this is not the subjective truth. And if I do not agree with your own opinions and your favorite season gets placed in the bad tier or something like that, then do not take it too seriously. This is my opinion. You can have your own opinions. This is not the objective truth. It's not fact. Just trying to let you guys know that. So start with Pilot. I think it goes in the good tier. It's really nostalgic, but it's not like, whoa, Pilot, it was so good like some of the other seasons. I love how Kai got some main character time, because as you can tell, I love Kai from my profile picture in my introductions. Okay, coming up next, we have the March of the Oni. It's amazing. Probably the worst season of the Oni trilogy, but still, the Oni trilogy was fire. This season is goated, okay? March of the Oni is just so good. Like, the way Garmadon actually helped in his Oni form was just so good for me. And the way it was the perfect end to the Master of Spinjitzu's, theme thing. I don't know what you're supposed to call it. Yeah, and it was just so good. They used the Tournament of Creation, which we haven't seen since, like Pilot? Or, no, since Season 1, when they tried to fight the Great Devourer with it. So this season was just crazy good. But there are tons of other better options here. But next up, we have Season 11, which is actually debating between great and good for that one. And I'm putting it as good behind Pilot. Pilot is probably a little better than Season 11, but that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people actually really love this season, but I don't really like it that much. It's just, for some reason, it's just like what happened? Like, the ninja, they used to be these, whoa, they're so good. Now they're not really that good. Okay, next up we have Prime Empire. Okay, this was great from Season 11, because Season 11, the ninjas seemed weaker than they were in Season 10 and stuff. But Prime Empire, they seem like they're back at it. And now, the video game theme, bro, that's literally, what I was wanting up until that season came out. That was, my Ninjago dream. Oh, my God, there's going to be a video game season. Oh, my God, I've always wanted that. Oh, my God. And some focus time for Jay, my second favorite ninja, and that's, pretty good, too. And I loved the suit designs. So, yeah, it's just such a good season. But the villain, not so good. I know a lot of people love Unagami, but Unagami was, the only good part of the villain. He's just, every other villain with him is just not that good. Next up, Master of the Mountain. I'm putting it in okay. A lot of people love this season because it was Cole's first Focus Ninja season. But I think maybe good might be better for it because, it's because of Cole's final thing at the end. That's kind of what fuels me to put it in good instead of okay. It's better than Pilot. It's better than Season 11 as well. But the Skull Sorcerer in the Geckos of the Month slavery thing, that was hitting. Next, we have the Island. It's just bad. It's just here to set up Seabound. If it weren't for it setting up Seabound, I wouldn't even want it to exist. And I know I'm speaking for a lot of people when I say that. This next one is nothing controversial. I know maybe some people really like it, but that's very few people. No offense if you really like it, but I have yet to meet many people. So it's not subjectively really bad, but compared to other ones, it's just not that great. Okay, it's not the best. And also, how is Lloyd considered the focus ninja of that one? The other ninja are also, I never really called it a season. But, since it's in the tier list, might as well do it. Okay, next up, Season 1. I'm putting it in great, right ahead of Prime Empire. Because this season, it's so goated. Okay, I'm gonna say goated for a lot of seasons today. Just know that, like, when I say goated, I'm not saying, oh, they're the greatest season, because there's obviously one better than them, except for the best one, obviously. But it's just, I like saying goated a lot, okay? And so, but this was such a good team season. Kai was still getting some main character attention, which I loved, and Kai had, like, the whole green ninja thing, which was a little weird to me, because, like, I didn't really ever imagine, like, oh, there's going to be a fifth ninja, and he's going to cook everybody's. Yeah, but the plot twist that the Green Ninja was Lloyd, perfect. I know a lot of Kai fans like to hate on that, and I actually would have preferred Kai as the Green Ninja, but the plot twist was perfect. And the Overlord seems like an amazing character, and he debuted in that season. In the next season. But that was kind of setting it up. And next up, we have Season 2, which brings me to the Overlord and the Golden Ninja and everything. The Stone Army was just so good. And then the Pure Elemental True Potential, whatever that was that they got at the Temple of Light, that was also so good. And the Golden Ninja versus the Overlord is really what stood out. That battle was just insane. I was, like, mind blown. It was, like, the first time I had ever seen a battle that good, okay? No offense to previous season battles, but it was just the best for its time. And the fact that Ninjago was ending that season with the last one, I was like, this season better be good, and if it's not, then, like, that's going to be really bad, because, like, it's the end of Ninjago. But then they ended up continuing it, But Lloyd as the Golden Ninja was kind of a little, how do I say it, rushed. He only got like 1 to 3 episodes to like learn how to do stuff with gold and golden form, and he just learned it immediately. Like I thought it was supposed to be like hard to master your elemental powers. Well, I guess you could call it his true potential, but his real true potential was kind of the Green Ninja thing for me. Next up, Rebooted, which I already put in just a few seconds ago. It's bad, okay? It's bad. It was a horrible, disappointing return. I kind of hated it. I get it. If you love Zayn, this is kind of was your ideal season to watch back then. But nowadays, you just have so many better options. And the Technoblades, not a huge fan of. It kind of sucked. But the best part of this season, Mindroid, totally. Next up is my favorite season. That's why I'm putting it in the all-time best. It's literally goated. Literally the GOAT of all Ninjago seasons. Tournament of Elements, as it has my favorite ninja, Kai, becoming a little more focused on, I guess. Because since he didn't get much since season 1, and so it was just so good to me. And 10 was legendary, bro. Next up, season 5, we have Possession. I think it's the best of the good tier. Possession, it wasn't as good as you would expect it to be. Like once that season 4 came out, you would expect Ninjago to keep going strong and fall down maybe later, like 5 seasons later. But no, they actually fell a little down as soon as it came. But still, season 5 was amazing. And if it was right after season 3, I bet I would have loved season 5 10 times more. But season 4 was kind of higher in my expectations. Eventually I learned not to do that. But Moro coming in season 4 and then coming in, that was a perfect transition. And Moro possessing Lloyd was kind of nice because we got a little break from Lloyd. Sorry, Lloyd fans. But I love the idea of Ghost. Nia getting water powers was perfect for me. But it's just the way that her and Jay weren't together anymore. Like, they weren't like, you know what I mean. It kind of hurt me. Because, like, I really liked seeing them like that. It was actually pretty funny. It was pretty good. I liked it. And then it was gone. Next up, Skybound. I'm putting it in okay. Because, like, it was just okay. Like, J seasons can get from amazing, like, Prime Empire to okay, like, Skybound. Skybound was not all that great. I didn't really like Nadakon. No, I was watching Ninjago up until season 5. But when I started watching Skybound, I already got bored and I was like, I don't like this show anymore. And then I took a break from Ninjago, like a 3-year gap. So Skybound kind of took me out of the show. That's kind of ticks me off. I would have been a Ninjago fan for like almost my whole life if it weren't for Skybound. Well, not exactly my whole life, but like my whole life that I can like remember. Next up, we have Day of the Departed. I'm ranking it. I know it's a special, but I'm counting it. And it wasn't that great. Okay, that's it. Now, next up, Hands of Time. I'm putting it in amazing. I know a lot of people like to hate on Hands of Time, but it was pretty goated, actually. I love the Crux and Chronix versus Nia and Kai, and then the Crux and Chronix versus Wu and Garmadon relationships. Those were amazing. I loved the way they brought back the Great Devourer's eggs. So, like, I love the Great Devourer. So, like, every time they bring it back, I'm like, okay, let's go. And so, the time blades and the fact that there's an element of time, it just blew me up. I was like crazy. It was just so good. Like, the element of time is just so amazing. I wish they had that in season 4 though. If they had the element of time in season 4, that would have been amazing. Next up, we have season 8, Sons of Garmadon. I'm putting it is my second favorite season in amazing. And it was just amazing. Yeah, I just said that. And so it was like the best because of Harumi betraying Lloyd. That was just kind of huge for me. I really liked that. And so the rest of the new designs didn't really annoy me that much. But I thought it was the future. I was watching it and I thought it was like the future, and I was like, no, there's new main characters or something like that. And like Lloyd had a whole new set of characters. And then I saw Nia's new hair and I was like, is Nia in her 30s? And I was just like, I didn't really like that part. But eventually I grew to love it because it's just so good. Like, I love the Sons of Garmadon. I love the idea of Garmadon coming back. But he sticks his arm out at the end, which kind of was a little suspenseful. And I really needed to watch the next season, like, right away. And so that season was just so good. And it was just so good. If it weren't for Tournament of Elements, it obviously would have been my favorite. So, yeah. But we don't really explore much in Garmadon coming back. That's why I didn't really like about it. But then there's Hunted. I would have put Hunted higher than Sons of Garmadon if it weren't for the idea of Harumi cheating on Lloyd and stuff like that, okay? I really like that. But Hunted was amazing. I love the idea of the resistance. Well, the first realm part of it was not my very favorite. But the resistance, I loved how the Elemental Masters came back. So good. And the resistance, I cannot stop talking about the resistance. It's just, I always, think about that. It's just so good. I recently rewatched it, maybe a week ago or something. Sons of Garmadon and the whole Oni trilogy. And it was just so good. I can't believe 7-year-old me was out here saying this sucks. Next up we have Seabound. I think it's good. It's good. That's it. It's good. Nia Focus season. I don't really like it, but it was okay. It was good. Yeah. And the Merlopians kind of sucked. What? Are you a squid? What's wrong with Kalmar, bro? Why you look like that? And it's just so, how do I put this? It was just so, not Ninjago to me. It just didn't feel right. Something felt off. And then the Wojira in the final battle, it's just oh, look, it's a Water Great Devourer. Yay. This season is my little sister's favorite season. And that's just really been weirding me out, okay? It's not a bad thing if this is your favorite season, but, come on, man. There's just some other better seasons out there. And it was pretty good. I liked the way the, what's her name? Nelson's friend, was her name Antonia? Something like that. Kind of, beat Kalmar, and Kalmar like questioned her. Oh my God, are you a Serpentine? Are you an Elemental Master? Are you this? Are you that? Are you that? And it was really nice to watch. Next up, Crystallized. I know a lot of people hate on Crystallized, but I'm putting it in amazing because it's just so good. Okay, it's kind of just like it's just so good for me. Okay, I loved the end game of Crystallized, the way they were all split up. It reminded me a little bit of Hunted. I don't know why. It kind of like a Resistance. Kind of like the Overlord was kind of like Garbodon. I'm sorry if I'm saying kind of like too much and it annoys you, but like he was just so powerful. The Overlord. It was just crazy. Like seeing Harumi back was perfect. I love the way they brought back the old villains. It was really good. I know people hate recycling villains. Like it's not that bad. Okay, I don't see why people are hating on it so much. It's such a good season. Well, except for the one scene where Skylar jumps in when Kai and Cole are fighting Pythor. I don't like that. Because of what Skylar says to Kai as soon as she comes in and she winks. Trust me, I'm a Kaylor fan, but like, no. It was annoying to me. And the way Master Wu was fighting in that season. Master Wu versus the Crystal Council, one of the best battles I've ever seen. Master Wu versus the Overlord, one of the best battles I've ever seen. It's just too good. Okay? Those fights were too good. And he used his hat, too. I've always wanted to see Master Wu using his hat, because I thought his hat, I was like, he might be able to slice through something with it. And next up we have Dragons Rising. Season 1, Part 1 and 2, Season 2, Part 1. I'm adding all those into that one little Dragons Rising thing. It's just so good, okay? I'm putting it in amazing. It's probably worse than Hands of Time because I just think Hands of Time is a little bit better. But I didn't really like the way that Jay is missing and the way that, everything is just not the way it used to be. But Kai becoming so much better was just amazing. Jay becoming evil, which is coming up, is just amazing. And thanks for watching. Those are my thoughts. Like and subscribe, please.